Hi guys, Rushy here and welcome back to Hercule Poirot. We're at chapter 8. The investigation starts anew.
I cannot believe I allowed myself to fall for such a deceptive move. The killer knew I would ask for an alibi, and they knew how to cover their tracks perfectly.
Yes, they did, Poirot. Yes, quick laundry list. Sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. My aircon's still not fixed, and it is extremely hot. We're in a heat wave currently where I am. Yeah, I need my fan, I'm sorry. Also, I'm hoping that we will finish this game today. We should be able to. I'm excited. Let's keep going.
Now, though, I have the upper hand. The killer believes that I have extinguished all avenues of my questioning. Unaware, I know the truth of the fire. I wish Monsieur Hastings were here. I was perhaps too harsh with him.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have told him he was a dickhead. I mean, he was being a dickhead.
I know of his want for the same as I, the truth. But now I fear that I have lost him to my own tenacious demeanor.
That's a word I don't hear much, tenacious.
Now more than ever do I need my little grey cells working at full capacity.
Get the grey cells working!
Monsieur Demire and Mademoiselle Babagna. I am glad to say that they both still have alibis, as the show had just reached its second act. I can be sure that neither was involved. Mademoiselle Farquhar. She claims that she was in the dark room developing pictures, and even with this new discovery, her alibi stands. Monsieur Dryden can confirm. Monsieur Christiansen, one of my key suspects.
Not Hayden.
Drinking alone except for a brief encounter with Monsieur Demire. But Madame Allen can substantiate his trip to see her at the theater to apologize during the intermission.
I love that he's just standing outside the theater thinking all this to himself.
Which leads us to the good Madame Allen. On stage, performing. Innocent. A side note, I must make an effort to see her production. From what I have heard, she sounds quite captivating. The Honorable Bishop Mountjoy. His Compline prayers had not yet begun, but Mademoiselle Warbeck and he were together in what I can only imagine to be an uncomfortable meeting for them both. Her innocence has already been confirmed, although upon learning of how she has been treated, I would not have been surprised.
Yeah, well.
Last but certainly not least, Monsieur Aylesworth, and the article in the newspaper documenting his, as some see, heroic speech amongst the House of Commons is alibi enough for the murder. And where are we left now? Every suspect seemingly as innocent as they were yesterday. But when one looks most innocent, that is when Detective Poirot is most suspicious.
So it's Madame Allen. I don't care if she was on the stage performing. No. Wait, what are we doing? Are we going to see Betty? What are we doing here? Oh, we're talking to Zachy boy. Go. Zach! Hi. Yep.
Finally a face I can trust.
Everything all right, Poirot?
I'm afraid things could not be further from all
That
right.
tea looks so good. Now I just want a cup of tea.
Don't tell me the famous Detective Poirot is stumped.
Stumped? No. Perplexed?
Oui.
Perhaps you can be my perfect distraction.
What's that you're reading?
I may not be the celebrated doctor that my father hoped for, but I still like to keep up with recent medical journals.
And what is the latest discovery?
Cocaine is an alkaloid extract from the leaf of the Erythroxylon coca plant, which usually grows in South America. Its most available common form being hydrochloride salt, which can be taken orally, intranasally, or intravenously. The peak effect ranges from 1 to 90 minutes, depending on the route of administration. Cardiovascular effects of cocaine use. The most common symptom in cocaine users is chest pain, and the most common cardiac disorders is ischemia and acute coronary syndrome, which can occur with all routes of cocaine intake. Other cardiac problems include myocarditis, cardiomyopathy, and arrhythmias. Cocaine increases heart rate, blood pressure, and myocardial contractility, all of which increase myocardial oxygen demand. With increasing availability, the number of cocaine users continues to escalate, with many finding what can be considered positive effects of the drug, outweighing the potential and likely hazardous risks. So yeah, it fucks with your heart.
This particular article is about the effect of cocaine on the user's body. I thought I liked to have a good time, but that drug, too much for me.
Smart, Zacky boy.
What makes you say that?
I wouldn't want my heart beating at the speed of a locomotive. Here, read for yourself.
Have you seen Monsieur Ellsworth since his heart attack?
I haven't actually. I gave him my office telephone number and said he could call anytime, but not a peep.
Interesting.
You sound surprised.
He probably wants to keep his health issues out of the public eye. Hence me offering to help, but he seems to be just fine, surprisingly.
You question Monsieur Ellsworth's health?
Do you think there is a chance he could have faked it all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Peter. Sorry.
How those little grey cells of yours work sometimes. Amazing.
Is it just commonplace for everyone to say little grey cells in this universe? Is that just a thing?
Please, my friend.
Part of the nomenclature?
You're serious? Don't know why, but I suppose he could have.
At this point, anything is a possibility. I think a visit to Monsieur Aylesworth at the Royal Society of Art is in order.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mademoiselle Babagna, a pleasure as always.
What?
Good morning.
Oh shit, she
gentlemen.
just slid in. Hey.
I'm afraid my pleasantries are to be cut short this morning. I have a most pressing matter.
I like that she already has tea. Oh. Can I not talk to her? I guess not. I have a most pressing matter. It sure does rain here. There's freaking water all over the floor all the time. I guess we're going to Mortimer's office. Hey, Mortimer! Side fact, what's everybody been playing lately? I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. Because I hope to, finish a campaign.
Just a moment. I'm coming.
Oh.
What a great commotion coming from behind the door. What on earth is
What you
Monsieur Ellsworth
doing,
up to?
buddy? You doing cocaine?
Ah, detective. What can I do for you?
Why are you out of breath?
Could you spare a moment of your time? If you are feeling up to it?
My eyes are so glassy.
Why wouldn't I?
You are recovering from a potentially fatal heart attack. I would not want to aggravate or upset you in any way.
Not at all. Your movements on the night of Mademoiselle Courtsmai's death.
Are we really going over this again?
Yes, we are.
It would help me clear up some discrepancies.
Very well. As I've said before, I was in the House of Commons addressing the bench, as you know.
May I approach the bitch?
And then I was speaking with the reporter.
The editor, Nathaniel Dryden.
If you say so, at the news office.
Monsieur Ellsworth is sticking to his story. I did not expect that it would be easy to unsettle a politician of his experience.
You have not contacted Monsieur Demire
And why would I?
to say
And
thanks?
why would I? Oh, to thank him for his help at the museum. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to send him a thank you gift.
Then do it.
One would think that thanking the man that saved your life would be further up your priorities.
I'm a very busy man, as I'm sure you understand. And I don't know whether I'd go as far as saying he saved my life.
On the contrary, had Monsieur Demire not been there with his extensive medical training and a man of your age, perhaps you would not be here talking with me today.
Bro, he called you old.
If Monsieur Ellsworth is not prepared to tell the truth, perhaps I can use his own pompous nature and guilt against him.
The nurse said herself that I had the heart of a young athlete. It'll take more than that to slow me down.
Well, I would not take that as a sign to start a sporting career. Merci, monsieur.
I find myself in a most problematic position. My associate, Monsieur Hastings, is nowhere to be found when I need him the most. There must be someone else that I can call upon. Someone to fill the shoes of Monsieur Hastings. For the time being, at least. The obvious choice would be Monsieur Demire. But I wonder if he is suited to the task that is required.
Oh, we could go ask Zachy boy. Zach, I need your help. Oh, I guess we're already here. Sick. Zach, help me. Please, help me, Zach. God, this would be so pretty at night with all the lights. Hey. Zach.
Whatever you need.
Huh.
I must get back to my Good
Anastasia?
morning, mademoiselle. My apologies for my earlier departure.
That's quite all right. Mr. Demir informed me of the facts.
Oh.
The case has taken a direction I had not foreseen, and it now leaves me.
I will not stand here and listen to you wallow. How can I help?
I have a rather unusual request.
Go on.
I require a distraction. I promise you will come to no harm, and
Who am I to distract, and from what?
Monsieur Aylesworth. I need to gain access to his office without his watchful eye.
Detective Poirot, preparing to cross the line of law.
Fucking always.
Not cross, merely tiptoe alongside.
So cross.
I assume you have already devised a plan?
A requested tour of the Royal Society of Art building should give me appropriate time.
Then that is what I shall do.
Thanks. Thank you.
The door has been left ajar, exactly as required. I could
Okay.
hear Monsieur Aylesworth fumbling around behind his door on my last visit. And combined with his hesitation to open his door to me, I can presume he had something he did not want Detective Poirot to see.
Probably not. I mean, there's a... Oh, God, new mind map. Yeah. Speaking with Monsieur Demire, my suspicion has only increased. Could Monsieur Aylesworth have faked his heart attack? I must speak to him. Okay. Acting suspicious, questionable noises, glass rattling sound, wooden thump sound. Okay. There's a... Okay, I can't... I can look at the table. Oh, waste paper bin? It would be careless not to dispose of anything incriminating, but not overly surprising. Okay, there's a drawer. One step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. There's a chess piece on the floor. The missing queen, such an important and integral part of one's force, should not be so carelessly discarded. Okay, here's a freaking gun. One must be careful with firearms around, especially when left in an unlocked drawer. Whatever this is. Oh, a snuff spoon. A spoon likely from a set. Irene Court Smythe is engraved. Yay. Well. Chess set. He's got T for 2 set out. Beautiful chess set, although the queen is missing. I found the queen. The queen. Anything over here? That's where the bin is. And go over here. Globe. One would usually find such furniture is filled with a variety of alcohol. Is it? Groove on the floor. There's a man-made groove on the floor where the globe is positioned. And the bookshelf. Yeah. Collection of different texts. He is certainly well read. There's, I'm assuming he could probably move it. Alright, let's do our mind map. Okay, office evidence. He's a chess set, globe, chess pieces on the floor.
Magnifique.
A fallen queen, almost as disastrous as a fallen king. It was knocked over. His bookshelf, there's a groove on the floor. Yes. The wooden thump sound would have been that.
The pieces of the puzzle are
The pieces of the
finally
puzzle are coming together. How clumsy of him. Monsieur Aylesworth knocked the chess set over on his way to answer the door. Glass rattling noise? Was the globe, maybe?
Some would say a lucky
Yeah.
guess.
Monsieur Aylesworth moved the globe, causing the bottles inside to rattle. He moved the globe. I don't know. That was the noises.
Will not get me any.
Globe moved.
Come, my little
I don't know now. What is it?
I should consider this further.
I should. It's gonna tell me now what it is. Oh, okay.
Voila.
It's possible Monsieur Ellsworth was up to something by the bookshelf. Well, yeah, Mortimer was at the bookshelf. We knew that. It's kind of obvious. When I return home, I shall check every bookshelf and crevice of the house. It appears almost mandatory to have a hidden room. What this one withholds, I can only imagine. The wicked and banal smell of English tea.
Put your hands up and step away from there.
Oh, shit.
Monsieur, there is no need.
Enough of your phony
Oh,
pleasantries.
shit.
Let's see what the real police have to say.
The first thing they would notice is the politician aiming his revolver at an officer while they are conducting official police business.
I'm sure they would agree. I have every right to protect myself from a foreign intruder.
Bro. I'm
If
speaking
you were
English.
to lower the gun, perhaps we could discuss the situation we find ourselves in.
You may have authority in your own country, but not here. Now, explain yourself.
It appears I must choose my words carefully here. Oh, God. I'm sure the newspapers would be most enthralled to hear the story of a politician that faked a heart attack in the name of insurance fraud.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That didn't seem like a good choice. If that is true, why am I here?
Enough! I need a second to think about all this. How has it all come to this? No, it's not my fault. It's...
It is not too late. Your intentions were good. Scotland Yard will look sympathetically at...
What
if you had just left that
intentions?
fool Hardwick to it, we wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have to do this.
Do
I
what?
have done nothing but remain honorable to my oath to uphold the law.
You gonna shoot me?
It is Monsieur's choices and actions that have brought us to this point.
Oh, is that Queen Vicky on the
He
wall?
must accept responsibility for what is to come.
That did not sound like a gunshot.
right.
Arthur! Hastings! Oh, I guess he did shoot.
All the better for seeing you, Hastings.
Oof.
I was worried I was going to miss him.
Your timing and accuracy could not have been more perfect.
What
Parfait!
do we do now?
We take our leave.
Just reminds me of Donkey.
And what about him?
Parfait.
Will he be okay?
He shall be fine.
Yeah, see you later,
Although
dude.
I am not envious of the sore head he will awake to.
I wanted to go look behind the
There is
bookshelf.
much to tell.
What's behind the bookshelf?
Behind the bookshelf.
What? What was behind the bookshelf? I must know.
Monsieur Dryden, how are you?
Oh.
Detective...
Poirot.
Yes, of course. What can I do for you?
Is Mademoiselle Farquhar working today?
She is, but not here, I'm afraid.
Do you know where she is?
She said something about heading back to the museum.
Would you allow us access into your dark room?
For what, exactly?
Forgive me. I recently inherited a number of belongings from a deceased relative, including an undeveloped spool of film.
I'd like to help, but there isn't anyone here that could develop them for you.
I am more than capable, and I'll leave it tidier than when we arrived.
In that case, knock yourselves out.
Oh.
I've got a meeting to run to anyway.
How nice.
Shouldn't be longer than half an hour or so.
Pardon. Where has this confident and daring version of Monsieur Hastings been hidden?
We all have a hidden side. It's just our own choice of when to show it.
Ain't that the truth, Hastings? We're going to a dark room.
So, our first step is...
Don't tell me there is something the great Detective Poirot doesn't know.
I must concede that photography is something I have little experience in.
Lucky I'm here then. We need to start with a tray filled with developing fluid. Next, pour the fixer fluid into another tray and then add the photographic paper.
Oh.
I have a
Thanks.
newfound respect for those that make such activities look so simple.
Let's just wait until we see the results. It shouldn't take long.
I shall use my time wisely and see what truths this room may hold. Oh shit, I can rotate. Okay. So we've got a hat. Mademoiselle Farquhar has a hat that looks almost identical to the one Mademoiselle Quartzmythe wore to the gala. In fact, I think it is her hat. I knew I'd seen that style of hat somewhere before. Trays? A tray for liquid relating to the development process. We have to add something. Cupboard under the sink. Oh. No label. Infuriating. I will never understand how people can work in such amateur fashions. And this one. Oh, how's one to know what's inside if it doesn't have the appropriate information? That is very true. That is infuriating. The answer was staring me in the face. What fucking answer? Trays. A tray for liquid. Okay. The radio? Music can make even the most laborious task more manageable. Window. The window is painted shut. Light switch. The lights must remain off when developing photographs so as not to damage them. Yes, I knew that. Photographic developer. Essential in the development of photographs. So we put in the photographic developer. Right? Perhaps the bottle of development fluid is what's required. Voila. And then we need paper. Used specifically in the development of photographs and... Whoop. I believe this is for producing photographic prints, so we put the paper in here. Damn it. Paper. Perhaps the paper is what's required, one step closer to revealing the truth. Okay. Is that everything? Hastings, help me.
Have you found it yet?
The unlabeled bottles.
You want the photographic fixer?
And how would one know it from another?
It smells like ammonia. Handy, I suppose, when you can't see much in here.
Bitter almonds. The distinct smell of potassium cyanide. Ammonia, just as Monsieur Hastings said. Mademoiselle Farquhar had access to the same poison that killed Mademoiselle Quartzmythe. One does not believe in coincidences. So, yeah, Mademoiselle Farquhar did this. We must discuss Mademoiselle Farquhar.
We've already been over this, Poirot. I don't want to argue.
I have no intentions of continuing our previous conversation. What we must address now is her potential guilt.
Yeah.
She didn't steal the painting, though. We know that.
Her guilt in Mademoiselle Quartzmythe's murder.
Mademoiselle Farquhar could be a murderer. Hat. Nope. She could have exited the window. Okay. I didn't have that
Poirot,
option.
You are a genius.
Oh. Did Mr. Dryden say he never heard any... That's the radio.
Mr. Poirot, you are a genius.
Thanks. Would Miss Culsham not have spotted Miss Farquhar entering the flat? Hat.
That would never have even occurred to me. Look, this photograph is just about finished.
Yep.
Is that?
It appears so.
And what has she got in her hand? That can't be the same cigarette case.
The cigarette case that was taken from Mademoiselle Farquhar's luggage on our voyage here.
Ah, it all makes sense.
It appears Mademoiselle Farquhar had a much closer relationship with Mademoiselle Quartzmythe. I would say they...
Cousins.
Oui, monsieur. Hastings, I must thank you.
For what? Allowing myself to be enticed by Miss Farquhar's feminine nature.
Yeah.
For saving me from whatever Monsieur Aylesworth and his revolver had planned.
If it wasn't for
That
me
too.
licking my wounds, you wouldn't have been there alone in the first place.
And if you were, and not at the Quartzmythe estate, we would never have made such revelations.
Huh?
You are one of the most honest and authentic fellows I have met. You cannot allow a misguided moment of red-blooded male instinct to take that.
I don't like that.
You have never let yourself fall to the wicked ways of the fairer sex.
No. And that is a day I cannot even fathom.
Hey. Ooh! Chapter 9! The Denouement. It's happening.
Hastings'
It's
help
happening.
at the Courtsmythe estate, something I would have liked to have considered, we now know the reasoning behind Mademoiselle Farquhar's brutal actions towards her own cousin.
So Hastings went to the Courtsmythe estate and got a photo from a relative. Did that happen off screen and I just didn't know about it?
The circumstances around the murder need no further consideration. But the location of the missing Benedict Magdalene still frustrates me.
How could Miss Courtsmythe have had the opportunity to access the restoration room? Florence pretended to be Irene.
Before one's little grey cells must ponder how Mademoiselle Courtsmythe made it from the museum with the painting in tow. Ah yes, Hastings had something for me. An invitation to Mademoiselle Courtsmythe's exhibit. Even after the truths of her crimes and personal betrayal, Mademoiselle Warbeck still feels it within her for a final send-off. Perhaps Mademoiselle did not leave with the painting at all.
What was Miss Courtsmythe's plan for getting the painting out of the museum? She hid it behind one of her own paintings.
Poirot, there you are. What are you...
On this occasion, there is no time for pleasantries. We shall finally bring the mystery of the missing painting to an end.
Bro, this cafe is so popular.
We must return to the scene
Oh
of
wait,
the
this is a
initial
different
crime,
one. Never mind.
the Royal Edward Gallery.
I think that was a different one. But everything is the same.
Is everyone present? Please ask them to convene in the exhibition room.
I love how they're also like amenable to doing that. They're like, yeah, sure.
Is there something you're not telling me?
All will be revealed.
Finally, we're gonna know what happened.
Messieurs et mesdames, thank you for joining us here today.
What's this all about?
Oh, you are crazy. You nearly tried to shoot me, dude.
Yes, my time is rather valuable.
Fuck you.
I thought everyone was here to see the exhibition.
I'm all for looking at some real art, as long as it's not all hers.
I understand the frustration and hostility that most of you must feel towards her. For some, even...
Hatred, loathing, disgust.
Yeah.
Betty, please.
Even after everything, you stand here and defend her?
I'm not defending her. If anyone should hate her, it's me.
Perhaps you should move on.
In this room is where it all began. Or at least, that is how it appeared. We are all aware Mademoiselle Courtsmythe was behind the painting's disappearance. But it was not a moment of greed that drove her, but rather a well-orchestrated plan that involved most of you tangled in her web of lies and deceit.
All right, we all know why we're here. Maybe you
Thank
can speed
you,
it along a
Hardwick.
little.
At the Detective Inspector's request, I shall forego the series of events that led up to the theft of the penitent Magdalene painting. Perhaps a fitting place to begin would be with the death of Mademoiselle Courtsmythe.
If that's going to get things moving.
You are all aware of the fire and murder
like him
that
now.
took place at Mademoiselle Courtsmythe's loft apartment.
The fire that she started after having one too many.
That is where the difference between desire for the truth and the actual truth go their separate ways. Inside Mademoiselle's apartment was the penitent Magdalene painting, or at least a forgery. One of 4 produced by her own brush. The fire was set purposely, in an attempt to destroy evidence and hide the true nature of her death. Poison.
Oh, a portrait of principal painting. Mademoiselle Courtsmythe's portrait of herself. I think perhaps the title may not be as accurate as she herself believed. Okay. I can look at this. Nature's power. A figure stands peacefully on the shore, watching the chaos of nature before them. I wonder if Mademoiselle Courtsmythe considers herself as that figure. Can I look at these paintings? I can look at the sunflowers. An interpretation of the famous painting created by the artist Vincent van Gogh. Okay. I'm talking to you guys now. Hi.
You know where the painting is, and who killed Irene.
I do. What part did Miss Warbeck play in the theft of the painting? Evidence tampering.
Mademoiselle Warbeck, do you remember the words you used when discussing your career?
No, I mean, yes. You're taking it out of context.
On the contrary, Mademoiselle Court Smythe threatened your career by involving you in the theft. The exact context you described.
I wouldn't kill her, though. I couldn't.
You cleaned the key to the restoration room, did you not? You continued to deny your involvement with the deceased. A relationship that was nothing more than misplaced love.
You think I don't know that now? I knew it had been her that took the key from my pocket. But when I confronted her...
Behind bars, that's where she belongs.
Give it a rest, old man.
She can't speak to me like that.
Before you continue riding your high horse, Your Grace, perhaps one should consider one's own actions.
Oh, he thinks I don't know.
My actions? How dare you? You're making a mockery of me, the Church, and God himself.
It is you that makes a mockery, and I am sure God will forgive me for saying so.
I can talk to Florence.
This is all going to make for some story.
Ugh. You aided in the forgery creation.
Deals were hatched, forgeries were created, and
you also lied
promises
about
were
stuff.
broken. Mademoiselle Court Smythe used a mask of deception and authenticity to betray you all. She allowed for you all to see and know only what was necessary to complete your part. Except for one.
As much as I'm enjoying this show, any chance we can get to who killed her?
You shall have to wait only a moment longer. As there was only one accomplice left, and perhaps the most important. Not only her aid in the museum, but in the construction of the forgeries. Mademoiselle Farquhar's deception.
Maybe I should have
began
talked to her
before I had
last.
even left the shores of Belgium.
You were part of it. The whole time.
Taking us all for fools.
Oh. Never mind.
Haven't you caused enough damage?
Yeah, you were having an affair with her, so... Oh, no you weren't. I guess not. You wanted an affair. I guess you were thefting.
Madame Hélène, the famous actress and performer. Your story is one I learned with a heavy heart.
Look here.
When you overheard the conversation between your husband and Mademoiselle Court Smythe at the gala, your suspicions were confirmed.
I did everything to keep you happy, but it was never good enough.
It began with an infatuation, but turned into a relationship. With the money stolen from your wife, you planned on running away together.
So that's why you took it. You coward.
She manipulated me from day one. She used me. She used her.
Oh, just keep it shut.
Perhaps, for once, you should listen to your wife.
Yeah, you sad sack. Poor Betty.
I wonder how many other hidden skeletons are going to appear.
You're completely innocent, though, Betty. Oh, I like how Zach's just here. Hi.
I know things got out of hand, but it was you that broke into my office in the first place.
Oh, shut it. You fucking insurance fraud.
There still remain one missing forgery.
I assume it's behind the bookshelf.
The image of the honorable and distinguished gentleman that you present yourself as has gone on long enough.
It may seem like an alien concept to you, but we English, we take great pride in how we present ourselves.
A man that takes great pride in purchasing a forgery and attempting to claim its monetary value on insurance.
How long are we going to entertain this man's twisted fantasies?
Poirot, can we move this along?
While searching the main hall for clues, a snuff box was found, full of cocaine. And after speaking with my good friend, Monsieur Demire, about the effects of cocaine on the human body,
recent studies have discovered that the use of cocaine and other such stimulants can put a tremendous strain on the human body, including an increased heart rate.
preposterous! I would never do that.
Your heart attack became the perfect distraction, while Mademoiselle Smythe was able to slip into the exhibition room and remove the painting from the wall.
Faking a heart attack is pretty low. Even for a politician.
Monsieur Hastings.
Once the painting had been confirmed as stolen.
And Monsieur Aylesworth had bothered the detective inspector enough to show he had nothing to do with its disappearance.
Yeah.
He would get to keep the original and claim the insurance money. He was going to have his cake and eat it too.
I'm not going to stand here.
You'll stay right where you are.
A stolen painting, timed perfectly with his crossing of the aisle in the House of Commons. All designed to raise his profile, just in time to announce his desire to be a prime ministerial candidate.
I wasn't doing it
I
for
wasn't
me.
doing it for me.
The poor and the needy. I wanted to give them a voice.
Sure.
I have never heard a more self-righteous claim for breaking the law in all my life.
How am I meant to help those that really need it unless I'm in a position that can really bring about change?
Because you don't want to bring about change. And you.
I have dedicated my life to serving God. I have no need to be involved in any of this.
Yeah.
The pieces you had commissioned by Mademoiselle Smythe, which hang on your church walls.
Why are we even standing here listening to this man?
Has this got anything to do with, frankly, anything?
Yeah. I can assure you, Detective Inspector, the Bishop's relationship with the deceased is more than I imagine we all thought possible. Business partners. Yes.
Mademoiselle Smythe's forgeries would be hung on the church walls, while the originals were sold on the black market to lace your own pockets.
You have no proof of these accusations.
Poirot, the penitent Magdalene.
How could one forget? We have already discussed one of the multiple forgeries, and found amongst your hidden collection the second. Mademoiselle Smythe sold you a forgery that you believed to be real.
Ooh.
And upon learning of its fabrication, you lashed out, destroying it. One should not allow oneself the arrogance to consider themselves the smartest in the room, especially when they have already fallen foul to another's lies and deception. I am sure theft and embezzlement are questionable enough in God's eyes. Mademoiselle Smythe manipulated everyone, but that does not excuse the parts that you all have played.
Poirot, the murderer. Tell us now, or I'm marching them all down the station.
Of our suspects, all guilty in some form or other, only one committed the ultimate sin. Monsieur Christiansen, a lover, jilted and tossed aside from a life promised together.
It wasn't you.
Mademoiselle Warbeck, another that was promised her heart only to become a second, caught in Mademoiselle's web.
It also wasn't you.
Monsieur Aylesworth, anger that a foolproof plan backfiring.
It wasn't you either, but you nearly killed me, you buckknuckle.
Bishop Mountjoy, a third, sold the idea of an original painting, livid at the thought he had been tricked.
You just suck, dude.
Mademoiselle Farquhar, trapped in a partnership where you did not receive what was owed to you.
It might have been you.
All with motive.
I think it was her.
But lacking opportunity. Until the realization that someone had used a timer to set the fire. Isn't that right, Mademoiselle Farquhar?
Yeah.
Our true relation to the deceased. Cousins. Standing to inherit her entire family estate.
You don't understand. It wasn't like that.
You decided to poison her with potassium cyanide.
Ooh.
A chemical often found in photography development. Via the cork of a bottle of champagne. Wearing an almost identical hat to the deceased, you were able to disguise yourself as her and be seen by the neighbor. Leaving her body lifeless in her own apartment. You tried to cover your involvement in both the forgeries and the murder by destroying any evidence.
That is what it was weird, why she left again to go get more wine when she already had bottles of wine.
Incredibly clever. Your nefarious plan setting the fire almost tricked even I.
Did you really just praise her for starting a fire?
On the contrary, it was the deception behind the fire.
Yeah, he seems to love that.
A timer was used, allowing for Mademoiselle Farquhar to be seen in her office as she slipped in and out of the darkroom window.
I didn't want to kill her, but she gave me no choice.
She gave you no choice. You planned and executed a brutal murder. She was your cousin.
A cousin that has controlled me for years. I couldn't escape her.
She held you captive? I did not see a prison cell in her apartment.
No, of course she didn't. Emotionally and financially, I was her captive. I was a struggling critic, but she taught me how to stand up for myself and get what I wanted, what I deserved.
You were aware of her scheme all along?
Not at first. I didn't know she was selling them on the black market.
But even when you did find out, you didn't stop.
There was always a reason I couldn't. And what money I did get, she would hold for me. I couldn't remain under her control anymore. There was no other way.
There was another way.
Mademoiselle, there is always another way.
Just go tell someone, maybe?
All I see is the student becoming the master.
Detective Inspector, perhaps it is time that Mademoiselle was escorted to the police station.
Yeah.
The truth has been revealed, and Mademoiselle Courtsmythe's murderer will pay the price for her.
So will the rest of you, though, I hope.
There is something you're forgetting, though.
No, I'm not forgetting, Zaki.
If you think for a moment that the location of the original painting has slipped my mind.
Go on then. Where is it?
I don't know. Is it the sunflower, nature's power, or a portrait of principle? I think she likes to stand and watch the chaos. I don't think it'd be the middle one because that's too obvious. So I think it's between the sunflowers and this. I'm going to go with my gut on this one.
This very museum,
I think I was right.
if the original painting was to find its way into her portfolio, it would be returned to her after her exhibition has concluded. Meaning,
It would be delivered to her on a plate.
exactement. She prepared
Thanks for
one
help,
of her
bud.
picture frames and made sure it would be in the restoration room.
What on earth is he doing?
You've got to be kidding me.
It would take too long to remove the nails from the frame and hide it, surely.
The nails were sawn down, creating the illusion of being used correctly, when in fact the backboard was easily accessible. Hidden perfectly behind what Mademoiselle Courtsmythe deemed to be her masterpiece.
I never doubted him for a second.
Oh, sure, Zach.
Messieurs et Mesdames, the
Ah.
penitent Magdalene.
There it is. Oh, he's back! That was a quick way of escorting her. Oh, he looks so smug. Jeez. Smuggy McSmug pants. Well, we did it, guys. We found out
Well,
who...
Detective,
Oh.
you've solved both the theft and murder. I am rather impressed.
What I can't solve is how you can talk without moving your lips.
Finding the murderer and solving two thefts would have been far more impressive.
2 thefts? You already have another case?
You have forgotten Mademoiselle Farquhar's missing cigarette case.
Oh, of course. Do you think Miss Farquhar lied about it going missing after all? Perhaps it really was worth something.
Mademoiselle Farquhar is far from an honest woman. Lies tripping from her tongue at every turn. But if our motive was indeed to fake theft and claim the insurance money, she would surely not have left it lying where Mademoiselle Babagnan claimed to have found it. Mademoiselle Babagnan's motive is now clear. How she pulled off such a cunning theft still eludes me. Something Hastings said has my little grey cells fired up. Nothing is ever quite what it seems. I suppose we are all forgeries or counterfeits in some form or other. Could Mademoiselle Babagnan have pulled the wool over my eyes in a similar way? I must return to the evidence from the ship with this new perspective.
While she's standing right there. Why would Miss Babania have stolen the cigarette case? Oh, because she wanted to be invited to the gala.
It is you that should be happy, mademoiselle. With no effort at all, you are able to save the day with barely a second thought. You turned a stolen heirloom with a thief and a victim into nothing more than a misplaced item.
A case of being in the right place at the right time.
I do not believe in coincidence. You were where you were meant to be. Had you not boarded when you did, you would likely have not been invited to the gala at all. Or been able to be within touching distance of so many beautiful and historical pieces, including the silver mantle. One thing I have learned during my time here in London is that people portray a version of themselves. One to be seen or be met, and another that remains hidden from the world.
What are you trying to say, detective?
You know what I'm saying. Don't play coy.
That there are some that wear a mask of authenticity. That perhaps, under different circumstances, I would have had the pleasure of meeting a different Mademoiselle Babania.
Will you be leaving London now?
There are a few small matters to settle before I leave. Mademoiselle Farquhar is now in the hands of the Scotland Yard, where she will stand trial for her crimes.
You really do believe in the law, don't you?
Oh, yeah, she killed someone.
If you do not believe in the law, madness and lunacy will ensue.
And everyone should be punished for their crimes?
I believe that we should be held accountable for our actions. No one man is above the law.
Or woman.
And you, mademoiselle? Are you to leave London?
There's nothing more for me here. I hear Paris is quite beautiful. Perchance our paths should cross again.
Perhaps, under those different circumstances.
I look forward to it, detective.
Oh. So you got up Hastings
Well,
for all
that's
that.
then.
And yet here you are.
Oui, monsieur. The cases are closed and Mademoiselle Farquhar will shortly be behind bars.
What of the others?
Judging by the detective inspector's glare at Monsieur Aylesworth, he will not be escaping the law.
Good.
And Bishop Mountjoy. Once news spreads of his connection with the black market, I would question his attendance come the Sunday service.
I was hoping at least someone would get a happy ending.
Monsieur Hastings, you have been by my side throughout this investigation. Without you, the guilty
Yeah, he gets a happy ending.
parties would not be facing the consequences of their actions.
I helped where I could, but it was mostly you. I know that.
What you may not know, and I would kindly request you keep to yourself, is that I consider myself somewhat of a...
Loner?
I would not go as far as that. But
Yes.
it appears you understand my sentiment.
I don't got friends.
Good thing I was around to save you from a gunman.
I fear I shall not live that down.
I'll maybe hold on to it a little longer. Not many can say they've saved the great Detective Poirot.
The great Detective Poirot. As much as I admire your formality, I think we should look for something more familiar, accustomed to our new
Hercule?
relationship.
Our new relationship?
I have seen the benefit of friendship. Connecting with someone that can be trusted and loyal. Someone that shares an authenticity not only in themselves, but in their beliefs.
And that's me. Detective Poirot and his trusted friend, Arthur Hastings.
It does have a certain charm to it, n'est-ce pas?
Yay! Hey! We finally finished this game. Ah, this game was a... something. I had to... done a lot of things behind the scenes to even get it to work a lot of the time, because it just was so janky. Honestly, I didn't really care that much about the actual story either. I feel like it was like a very... it wasn't the most intriguing of cases, but, you know, we get what we get. What I can say was I really do enjoy the voice acting. I love the introduction of Arthur. This music is so loud. We're just gonna go back to the main menu. That's better. Yeah, I like the introduction of Arthur. And it is nice getting to see some of his younger work before we move on to some of the later games. which I believe the next one is the train one. My god, the name is escaping me. Murder on the Orient Express, I believe, is the next game. Because they just released Death on the Nile. So that is the next game I'll be playing. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of this game. I was not the biggest of fans, I'm not going to lie. But hey, we played it. It's done. And we can move on to the next one and hope that they improved on some things. That's going to be it for me, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, let me know what you thought of this game and if you're excited for any of the future ones. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you get to play many, many games and rescue many, many paintings. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.